Hey guys, and welcome to another Sims 4 speedbuilding video. Today's video, as you can see from the title, is a kind of British themed house. And by that I mean it's a red brick house and kind of looks classically British to me. I got the idea for this house when we were just out on a drive the other day. I was passing a whole bunch of really lovely houses. I'm very much a fan of the whole British house. And we saw a house that kind of looked like this with the like a bit of room over kind of like a garage area that wasn't fully enclosed, and had a bit of something interesting going on with the front door, which is why there's the front door kind of juts out a bit. Oh wait, no, changed my mind. That looks a bit odd, but instead there's going to be an archway here, and then the actual front door behind it, so you have a bit of an entranceway, but at the same time it's still kind of open, and just makes the house look a bit different. At this point I was trying to see if I could put in the new bay windows, but it didn't work. I hadn't realised how they actually look. And here goes. I start off here on my saga for the windows. These windows are a bit of a pain in my ass during this build, to be honest. I kept changing them. And after putting those two windows, I realised I can't window the whole thing because I don't have an interior layout. So here I am. The back two rooms are going to be a small bathroom and a utility room, and this one here at the front by the stairs is going to be a study because I quite like that idea. So then, going upstairs, I'm just doing the layout for like bedrooms and things. Obviously, the little room on top of the kind of car garage spot, whatever, is going to be a room, and then we've got a room upstairs that I'm going to put a like a walk-in wardrobe in, and then another with a ensuite bathroom, and then of course there'll be a family bathroom as well. So here I am doing all the windows, trying to see what works and what just doesn't. The windows do change on some of the rooms to accommodate for curtains and things as we go on. Yeah, more windows. I was deciding to do a little bit of window there because I want to do like a big kitchen island, not island, counter space around the side. And if I put another one of those 3x windows, it would just get lost. I'm picking a back door. I go with this one from the Laundry Day stuff pack because I think it's a really cool back door. I really do. I love it. And here I'm just changing the front door just so it goes a bit better with the house. I have to say I used quite a lot of stuff from the pets stuff pack, the cats and dogs stuff pack, not stuff pack, game pack. There you go, changing the windows once again to make them match at the front. And then I tried to do like a window in like the roof, but it kept looking like it had a third eye, so I just ignored it. And now I'm picking which red brick do I actually like. It takes a while, and I accidentally deleted the wall instead of just the wallpaper. Sometimes I'm a bit of a Sims noob, I gotta admit. And then I thought I decided on this one, and then stepped back like I'm doing here and decided I don't like the white because it doesn't match with the columns. So I just replace it with what, a plain one. And there we go. Looks good to me. And then just putting in, I think I put like a rough concrete or something on the inside just to make it look nice. I actually think I've forgotten to put any flooring in that bit, so before I upload that to the gallery I'll add a bit of just like plain flooring, probably just some kind of concrete, but so that I'll just add a bit so it's not completely plain. And then I decided that whilst I had the paint tools and everything out, I might as well go and paint in everything, and then I realised it's better to actually be able to see everything. So I've put in these like saucer lights as temporary lighting. Some of them will stay because I couldn't find other lighting that I wanted to work, and some of them will disappear because I've chosen other things. I'm going with some pretty plain wallpapers, just kind of pastels or just plain white, because I don't really like using really bright colours on the walls. I think my mum kind of instilled a white should be on the walls and then you decorate with colour with your actual furniture into me when I was little. So that's probably going to be pretty common in all of my builds. And just making sure that the half wall there is coloured as well, because half the time I forget about the half wall. Stop playing, and it's plain. So here we go, adding some floors. I'm just adding a bit of wood and some pretty plain carpets. I was having a bit of an issue with my archways in this build, like I couldn't go through them and actually do things. But hey ho. And adding some stuff there, and adding some half walls around the, I kind of say driveway. It's not like an actual garage, it's like an open garage kind of thing. And I know you can't get cars. I'm gonna scale up like one of the little toy cars just so it looks nice. But I think, you know, this is quite a nice kind of layout. It's not a normal layout that I do, but I actually really enjoy it. I don't think I keep those like wall, like, what is it, like flooring details or whatever. I don't think I keep them. I might do. I don't remember. And see, about to change the windows. Told you it was the saga of the windows, this build. I'll change them there. So that it doesn't intersect awkwardly with the TV. And here, yeah. Just adding, you know, entertainment. Nice TV, a couple of consoles. Because what house is complete without some consoles? And then the... Sorry. I'm just trying to choose which like couches I like, and I have a very strong bias towards these parenthood couches. I like them so much. I now rarely use other couches, which is a bit sad. I will try and branch out a bit from those couches in other builds, because I think I used them on the last build I uploaded as well. I think potentially the exact same two colour swatches as well. So sorry about that. I'll change it in the future. Just adding a rug so that, you know, you could be in the living room and not have to worry about the cold floor. And a bit of decoration. Having a little side table there, you can put like plant on, or, you know, I suppose you could put, you know, knickknacks and stuff like that. Gotta have some curtains to, you know, mean that you're not quite so exposed. And I do quite like these curtains, though I do prefer like when the colours, the full length and not like halved off. Adding a couple paintings, you know, to liven it up a bit so you don't have a plain wall. And adding a bit of clutter. You know, kids stuff. There's kids in this house. They're gonna make a bit of a mess. They're gonna have toys in the living room. I don't think this family's really gonna mind. Adding another little coffee table. That one's at a more kind of close distance, so you would be able to, you know, put a mug on it. Or in the Sims case, you know, oh no, I suppose I could put a mug on it with the tea machine, coffee machine. So yeah, anyway, now adding a dining area. I missed which one that was. I think that's the cats and dogs table rather than the parenthood one. And I'm about to go through a little bit of saga with trying to match the kids chair with the chairs, and it just doesn't. So, but it kind of matches with the top of the table, so I'm quite happy with that. It matches something. Adding a bit of decoration to the walls again. I don't really like plain walls. I try and cover them up without making it look too cluttered. As you can see there, trying to go through everything to see what would work, and I think that's pretty good. I think that's most of the kitchen sorted, just living room sorted. Just sorting out some lights. I found that like single light bulb light and thought that'd be good for the utility room, so just popped that in there. And onto the kitchen. Now I have quite a bias towards the parenthood kitchen counters. As you can tell, parenthood was a good pack for me. So here I'm trying to not use them, but I really don't like how those corners work. There's the diagonal like end pieces. So here we go. I've gone with my good staple of parenthood ones, and thought I might as well go for a bit of a parenthood stove and things. And I added that stove just so it had like a pop of colour. Everything else is kind of white and like that nice brown. Nice brown. Weird phrase. But yeah, it's all that in like kind of quite natural colours. So I thought I'd bring like a pop of colour with the stove. I like, you know, quite plain and then pops of colour. It's kind of my vibe, or at least it was when I was building this video. This house. So yeah, just adding, you know, essentials: microwave, coffee machine, stove, not stove, sink. I can't speak today. And then again, a bit of clutter, so drying rack and bread bin and utensils and curtains, so that, you know, the neighbours won't be seeing you while you're microwaving a pastry at 2 a.m. Because, you know, that's The Sims. It's what's going to happen. Adding a bin so I don't forget, and adding an island as well. Because you might not want to sit at the living room, at the kitchen, at the dining table. Wow, I really can't speak today. Instead, you know, an island's always nice, especially if you get more Sims in this house, which you could potentially do by changing up the bedrooms a bit. So yeah, and then adding another fruit bowl because you need to be healthy and have all that fruit. And here I'm trying to add another splash of colour with a rug. Now I've sized that rug up and put it underneath the island, just because it would have looked weird if it wasn't. But I do know that's a bit of an odd place to have a rug. And then I just put in some like a cat tree, food bowl, and a litter box, because I think, you know, families aren't complete unless they have a pet, and, you know, since we have cats and dogs now, we might as well put the stuff in for them. And then a drying machine and a washer. And I might as well use the brightest colours, because why not? If I could choose to have a washing machine or a dryer that were, you know, bright orange or like a really nice green, I so would. And then just popping things in it like a, you know, like a sink and bits and bobs that you'd need in a utility room, as well as like a dustpan and brush, because, you know, there might be leaves outside and you have to sweep them up, or, you know, someone breaks glass, you've got to sweep it all up. And then I thought I'd put these some other bits of, you know, items in there as well, including the Parenthood like board, because, you know, gotta make sure those kids are in before curfew. And just adding a pet bed. And onto the study. Yeah, so a couple of bookcases, a desk, chair, computer, all the normal stuff. And I thought I'd put an easel in there as well, because it might as well just be a kind of a skills room as well as a study. And it fit nicely into that corner, basically. Adding some curtains, again, for some privacy, and paintings, because that's a really big bit of wall that I wanted to cover up. And hey, on that colour swatch, it doesn't look so much like wine, it looks a bit more like fizzy pop. So I thought that might be a bit more appropriate. And bits of clutter that look like, you know, business cards, a nameplate, some photos, and a bunch of mail. Another bit, and another, you know, I think that's the third plant we've put in so far. Might have a little plant count on this build. I quite like putting plants everywhere, as well as rugs. That's the third rug we've put in as well. No, fourth rug. Sorry, here we go. Oh, and I'm doing the car now, because I realised I wanted it, and just trying to get it to the right size so it looked kind of proportional. Yeah, so moving on upstairs. I left that little square there for a big, you know, walk-in, the big wardrobes, but it didn't work. It would have made the room too small and too cluttered at that end. So instead I've made that into another bit of the bedroom, and I'm going to use that as a kind of reading nook. But at the moment, just putting the bed in with some bedside tables, some curtains. As you can tell, I really like those curtains. I think they've got really nice patterns and stuff like that. So, yep, adding a dresser, mirror, another plant. That's 4 plants now. Another mirror. You can't have enough mirrors. You know, you just can't. And a bit of painting to liven it up a bit. I really like those ones. I think they're ones you generally have to unlock by, you know, going down one of the careers. but they're really pretty. So there we go. And trying to put in some kind of seating for the reading nook, kind of relaxing spot in the bedroom. That couch isn't going to work. I don't end up putting a couch in. I put like a little armchair in there. That's the point there where I realised it's not going to work. So I go with the default little, nice little one there, and add that bookcase because it's quite cute, it's quite slim, so it fits nicely and doesn't take up too much space. And again, a couple of paintings and a rug, because why not? I like rugs. I don't actually have a rug in my bedroom, but I feel like I need to get one with how much I use them in The Sims. And moving on to the bathroom. So obviously I want a bath shower combo because sometimes you Sims need to relax in a bath, sometimes you really just need a quick shower. So there we go. Might as well have best of both worlds. Of course, toilet, sink, mirror, you know, loo roll, hand towel, that kind of stuff. A little bath mat so that when they get out, they, you know, don't drip wet feet everywhere. And some lighting. Yeah. I went through and did that, and then I'm just putting some of the paintings on the walls in the hallway so that it doesn't look quite so bare, because, you know, a bare corridor is just a bit sad. And I put those 4 cats and dogs ones in a row instead of like a little square. I think they still look quite good in a row, but I definitely do think they're supposed to be put in a square, but, you know, why not? I can do whatever I want. So yeah, adding some more plants just to make it look a bit more lively. And moving on to the second bedroom that also has a double bed. This one is more, I'd say, kind of a teenager's room, but, you know, it could be that, you know, you have like grandparents living here as well as, you know, 2 young adults, and then they have a kid as well that goes in the other room, or, you know, this is the little tail of the thing. I couldn't get the mirror thing to rotate properly. I know there's a way to do it where you can put it on any angle and then it would have fit and sitted quite nicely in that area, but I just couldn't do it. There's still some tricks that I need to build properly in The Sims 4, but I'm getting there. So yeah, I've just changed that for a different standing mirror and some more plants. And then putting the long wardrobe next to a dresser, because I can't fit all my stuff into either a standing wardrobe or a dresser. I have both. So I thought, if you're going to have a walk-in wardrobe, you might as well have both. And since I put the washing machines downstairs, I thought I should probably put the hampers up here too. So there we go, they've gone into both rooms, and I put a bit of seating and a lamp in there as well, because sometimes you just want to relax in your, you know, in your space. So she can have these people can have a relax in their walk-in wardrobe if they want. Mirror and a few bits and bobs, you know, for makeup and things like that. And again, another rug. I think I leave the rug out of the walk-in wardrobe. And onto the family bathroom. This time I've gone for a bath and a shower separately. I know you can't, unless like they're on really good terms, you don't really have 2 Sims bathing or showering at the same time. Here I was going to do like his and her sinks, but ended up just having one sink and putting it with edges either side. As you can see that I've put that mirror up, and it actually covers the other mirror on the other side of the wall if you're playing with the walls down, just because the other wall isn't quite on the grid lines, and it was annoying me. So then just cluttering the bathroom up a bit. I've got to say I love a bit of clutter. I wouldn't really be a minimalist person ever, I don't think, because I just love clutter. And onto the third and final bedroom. This one is going to be a toddler's bedroom. As you can tell, obviously, by the top of the bed. I was trying to get that curtain to go on those, but was really difficult because they don't like going on just 2 separate windows. So yeah, that took a bit of ingenuity, lots of placing, and a bit of move objects. But yeah, added the nightlight, so hopefully this toddler won't have any nightmares. and especially, you know, when they grow up into a child, you can keep the night like that, and hopefully there will be no monster under the bed. Adding another little light by the side, and a ladybird rug. I really love that rug. It's a great rug. Adding some toys here and there, so they have plenty to do, and a bookcase in one of the quite fun recolours. Then realised I don't have a putty anywhere, so stuck that in. I don't think you can see that in the screenshots, but it is there, don't worry. Your toddler can learn how to use the toilet. Then adding a few of these nice little chalk drawings around. And then I wanted to put the rabbit tablet, whatever it's called, the toddler's tablet thing, around there, so I had to bring in like a little side table just to put that on, because it seems a bit irresponsible just putting it on the floor. I think that's about it for down there. Yep. What am I doing? Oh, I'm adding curtains to the hallway as well. I'm liking curtains in these builds. I normally forget, or, you know, I'm playing on like a tight budget, so I can't do it. And as you potentially notice here, we come back downstairs, and I haven't actually finished the bathroom at this point. I don't remember until I'm in the screenshots. I do finish it. You'll see it in the screenshot. It's very plain. A sink, a toilet, and a mirror. And I'm just finishing the back garden bit, putting a few planters out, barbecue, I think there's a bench, and then just adding postbox and bin, and then just doing a bit of landscaping, a couple of trees and bushes and plants. I'm about to push those bushes backwards just so they actually line up nicely with the house, and put some flowers underneath, just because I think the bushes on their own are a bit boring. So yeah, just double check that none of those flowers have come through, and again adding some bits of foliage around the trees just to make it look like, you know, it's not just a tree on its own. And then I do that again. I added some flowers along the side of the half wall there by the car, just to make it seem a bit more lively and a bit nicer. And then I do a bit of terrain painting, because, you know, you wouldn't have perfect grass underneath your things. So I think we're coming to the end here. I had a lot of fun doing this build. Yeah, it was lots of fun. Obviously, it will be available for download from the gallery. Even putting some rocks in. I normally don't do rocks. I think that's it. Here we go. Here's the view from the front of the house. I like it very much. The view from once you're straight in the house into the living room and the dining room. That's a look. This one is a look from the kitchen area onto the dining room. Obviously, the lovely kitchen with like that spot of blue from the oven. Lovely. Here's the little bathroom that I forgot to actually do. Very simple. And the laundry room. I really like that. I'm glad that we now can do that. The study. It's a study. Half the time in screenshots, I don't really know what to say because it is exactly what you're looking at. You know, it's a hallway with some plants in it. There you go. A bedroom. Should I really audio over the top of this? I don't know. But yeah, we're just having a look at the rest of the house. The bedrooms upstairs. That's such a vibrant room. I love it. But yeah, as I said, this will be available for download from the gallery. There should be a link below if the gallery is actually working. I had issues with it last week. If not, if you just type in the name of the build into the gallery, you should be able to find it. So yeah, I quite like that toddler room. It's very spacious for a toddler room. But that's it. That's the back garden. Hope you enjoy. Please subscribe for more content and see you later.